on asymmetric bars. This is Fandi, the elegant Fandi, and again that lovely tuck position on the dismount, 9.962.
Brandy Johnson from the United States on beam. Some good scores from the girls from America, 9.99875. Some wonderful work. Oh, I had to hold my breath there. She must have lost at least 2 to 3 tenths, but she managed to stay on.
That'll be a great disappointment to her. In danger now of not qualifying for that top 36 competition. Certainly can't afford another mistake. The front somersault lands that one safely. A nasty move that, because a blind landing, you can't see where your feet are going to come down.
Fraught with problems all the way for Brandy Johnson, but she managed to stay on.
Nevertheless, despite Brandy's troubles on the beam, a great effort from the USA team. All the others scored high on the beam. That was definitely their worst exercise. So they hold on to 4th place, which for them is their highest ever finish in the World Championships. That's a great effort. For their confirmation of the final result, the Soviet Union taking the team gold, winning it back from the Romanians. They took it in Rotterdam. This time they have to settle for silver. China back up there with the best, winning a medal in the team event, showing that they've now got strength in depth. But this competition will be remembered most perhaps for some of the magnificent performances. Let's see a couple of those 10s again. Zalesya Dudnik from the Soviet Union.
Yes, and that was a magnificent vault. There wasn't a murmur on the landing. Yurchenko looked as though she had slack knees when she came in. The half twist on, and it's a double twisting Yurchenko with a perfect landing, so it was well worthy of a 10.
I wonder which one we saw there. They were both perfect. Zalesya Dudnik, to her went the honor of the first 10. Now this is her teammate, Lashinova, followed her with the same vault and the same result. Well, I thought Dudnik had actually done a single twist in hers, but she hadn't. She put 2 in. It wasn't quite the same vault. Single twist there from Lashinova. And while Dudnik and Lashinova were creating perfection with the vault, fireworks for the crowd. On the floor, Boginskaya was also getting the perfect mark in a totally different pace of exercise. Down for that. The music starts though, and it's Boginskaya onto the floor.
And I wouldn't have thought that Baginska had it in her to produce such a sensuous routine. Very sexy dance and skillful tumbles.
And while the Soviets were dominating the competition and setting the pace with the 10s, they certainly didn't have it all their own way. The Romanians got into the act too. Daniela Silivash on A-bars. Daniela Silivash coming up last of the Romanian team. And the idea to build the scores for her. And Silivash now taking up the challenge thrown down by the Soviets. The Delchev somersault tucked in there, very difficult.
A new full twisting element on the bottom bar added to her routine since Seoul, and that was just enough to put the icing on the cake for the Romanians. A 10 from Daniela Silivash.
Well, the gymnasts back into the arena for the last time. The best bit of all for some of them, the medal-giving ceremony. There, Yuri Titov of the Soviet Union, the president of the International Gymnastics Federation. On his left, Ellen Berger, the head of the technical committee. Titov, a fine Russian gymnast in his own right. Doesn't look like it now, does he? And the public address just announcing Ellen Berger from East Germany. And there, 18 happy young ladies.
The Vice President of the Schwäbischer Turnerbund.
La Vice-Présidente du Schwäbischer Turnerbund, Frau Inge Janle.
Vice President of the organizing committee here in Stuttgart.
Landeshauptstadt Stuttgart, Dr. Manfred Rommel.
And the head of the organizing committee here. They've made a great success of this tournament, certainly. Tremendous atmosphere, big crowds. But now the presentation.
Und damit Mannschaftsweltmeister.
First and world champion in the team competition.
Premier et champion du monde 1989 mit 396,793 Punkten. Die Mannschaft aus der UdSSR.
So Natalia Lashonova leads the Russian team up onto the podium, taking center position, the #1 spot. They've dominated this team championship since the war. They've won it no less than 10 times now, only having to settle for second place 3 times, at Dortmund in 1966, when the Czechoslovakians won it, Fort Worth in 1979, and in Rotterdam in 1987, both times when they had to give second best to the Romanians.
Die Mannschaft von Rumänien.
And the Romanians this time, the defending champions, not able to repeat that feat in Rotterdam, but they did produce some very fine gymnastics, and only the strength in depth of these phenomenal